What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Albion Online video. In this video I want to do a quick review on this month's mount, the Morgana Raven. If you have no idea about this month's challenge, there'll be a link in the description to a video I did a couple days ago explaining exactly which steps you need to take to obtain this mount for this month's challenge. Again, once this month is over, once May of 2019 is over, you will no longer be able to obtain this mount. You will only be able to obtain this mount if you participate in this month's challenge, which is the Morgana challenge. With that being said, this is the mount. This is the Morgana Raven. If you've been playing this game for a while, you might have noticed that this kind of feels like the Spectral Bats. It has the same movements, kind of the same animations. It just feels like a reskin. So if we come here, I think I have the Spectral Bat. Yes, I do. And I put on the Spectral Bat. You will see that it kind of feels like these same animations, like this. It's just like a reskin of the Spectral Bats. But the Spectral Bat was the mount for October of 2018 challenge. And for this challenge, for this month, we had the Morgana Raven. The Raven actually has one of the best active abilities in this game so far from a mount, in my opinion. Some of the stats for this Raven are pretty low, but that active ability can find its way into some big parts of this game. So the active ability is called the Raven Scream. What happens is all enemies in a 12-meter radius around you will be feared for 5 seconds and will run aimlessly around. So basically what you do is you activate this ability, and it's going to be a kind of like a radius, a circle, a 12-meter radius around you, or if there's anybody who's in there, they will get feared for 5 seconds and they'll just start running around. The energy cost, it costs 15% of your energy to cast this. So you do have to have some energy up here. So I have 310 or 310. For the cast time, it does take 1 second to cast it. So you cannot be moving around while casting this ability. You will have to stand still for a whole second to cast this ability. The range is 0 meters and the cooldown is 28.5 seconds, which is a pretty short cooldown for an active ability. So if we actually click and hit this active ability, what you will see is after a second it'll create this radius, as you can see, and anyone who was in that radius will be feared for 5 seconds. They'll just start running around, going in circles, whatever. And it's a very cool active ability. It's probably one of the best, I think, in this game. But some things that holds this mount from being godlike are the stats. The hit points, he only has 405 hit points, so this mount can be taken down pretty much instantly. So very easy to take this mount down. The move speed bonus is 85%, which is actually not that bad. And the gallop move speed is 130%, which is not bad at all. This mount is a little faster than a Sabertooth and around the same area with a Direwolf. And I think the Spectral Bat has 132% gallop speed, so a little bit less fast than the Spectral Bats. So those are the stats. This is a tier 6 mount, and it's an item power of 900, and the carry weight is 53.2 kilograms. So if you're carrying this mount without anything else, you will be overweight. So that's pretty much all you need to know about this mount. Again, it is very important to understand that it does need to have a 1 second cast time to cast that ability. So if you are moving around in the world, and getting chased or something, you will have to hold on for a second until you cast the ability. So you can't just be moving around and then casting the ability. Some usage for this mount, I think that since that fear lasts for 5 seconds, there might be a usage for this in ganking. Especially for, because first of all, this mount is pretty fast. It's 130% movement speed, the Gallop's movement speed. So it's up there with the Direwolf. It can probably catch up with the Direwolf. It will just pass the Sabertooth. But the fear ability, and I haven't tested this, and I don't want to take this mount out just yet out to the wild, but I don't know if the people who are riding mounts get feared, because if they do, if this mount can get in front of you and you are mounted and he uses this ability which fears you for 5 seconds and you just start moving around crazy, this might have a really good usage for ganking. If you are not dismounted, if you're not like in a horse or something, then this will 100% fear you. I just haven't tested the fact that maybe if you get feared if you're on a mount, but I don't know necessarily. If you guys want to comment below and help me out with that, I'll greatly appreciate it. But if you are not mounted and you're like a gatherer stuff and you're trying to run away from some gankers, and especially when you're trying to go into an exit from an exit zone, some guy with the Raven can easily go into an exit zone and fear you before you can enter these, the exit or exit the zone and enter a new zone. So this might actually be a really good mount for ganking. Other usage, I don't think I see this much in like ZVZs. Because it only has 405 hit points, so if you do get hit, you're gonna pretty much be dismounted. So it's very easy to take down, yeah, I think it's gonna be mainly for ganking and small groups. I don't think this is gonna be used like in a huge battle because it's just gonna be taken down super easily. So with that being said, this was my overview on this month's mount. There's one quick thing I forgot to show you guys, and that is the passive ability, which is called Reactive Screen, which it activates when you take damage, and it has the same effect as the ability, as the active ability. So the passive ability has the effect, all enemies in a 12-meter radius will be feared. So it does activate when you take some damage, but it has a 2-minute cooldown. So if you do get attacked and you take some damage, this will pop out as a passive ability, but it has a 2-minute cooldown, and then you also have this active ability as well. So that's a quick thing I forgot to mention. With that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more Albion content. I want to thank you guys so much for all the support I've been getting. This channel has been exploding recently with all the new Albion Online players. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later on my next video. Peace.